अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूअर्स। डॉक्टर टॉक की सीरीज के साथ मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट डॉक्टर उर्सा इजाज। आई एम वर्किंग एज एन असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर एट ज़ैबिस यूनिवर्सिटी। आज के शो में मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं मिस नेहा फरीद हु इज़ वर्किंग एज अ सीनियर लेक्चरर एट ज़ैबिस यूनिवर्सिटी। तो आइए उनसे मिलते हैं और जानते हैं कि उन्होंने अपनी फील्ड कैसे सिलेक्ट की और अब उनका कैरियर कैसे आगे बढ़ रहा है। अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैडम।
वालेकुम सलाम डॉक्टर उषा, कैसे हैं आप?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, हाउ आर यू?
आई एम फाइन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
अपने बारे में कुछ बताइए, ज़ैबिस में आपकी क्या पोजीशन है और आपका एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड क्या है?
Actually, I'm working as a senior lecturer here in Zabist in the Department of Biosciences. I have done my BS from Zabist only. Back in 2012, I started my BS in Biosciences.
Okay.
So technically, I am the second batch of BS Biosciences, and it ended up in 2016. And then in 2016, after completing my BS, I started with my MS. And again from Zabis only, MS in Biosciences, and that ended in 2018 October. And soon after that, I was hired as the lecturer in the Department of Biosciences in 2019 February, and today I'm here as the senior lecturer in the department. Along with that, I have also started my PhD in Biosciences, taking a 6 years gap, and again a part of the department right now.
So you are a pure Zabis student, right?
Yes, pure Zabis.
Okay, that's great. बायोसाइंसेस आपको शुरू से ही शौक था कि बायोसाइंसेस में ही एडमिशन लेना है और आगे अपने करियर को परस्यू करना है?
मेरा शुरू से इंटरेस्ट था कि मैं बायोलॉजिकल साइड पे जाऊँ. सो आई स्टार्टेड विद प्री मेडिकल बायोलॉजिकल साइंस इन माय मैट्रिक एंड माय इंटरक्युलेशन, एंड देन आई वाज सर्चिंग फॉर डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस रिलेटेड टू बायोलॉजी ओनली. MBBS was not my prime option, not the BDS. I wanted to study something in biological sciences, but not the MBBS. Okay. After searching and coming up with different options, I suddenly came across this Zabis Biosciences, and at that time it had been only 1 year since the program has started. So I was randomly searching for programs, and I came up with this BS Biosciences in Zabist, and I started to look for the curriculum. It was having all the courses which are being taught in the MBBS. Only the difference is that MBBS में surgery होते हैं, यहाँ पे नहीं है. Like we have studied anatomy, we have studied neuroscience, microbiology, physiology, biochemistry, each and everything which I actually wanted to study. And the plus point was the research factor. Being a biological student, you always have the point to do research, to find something new, to find solutions. So that was actually the most motivating thing for me to join biosciences in BS, and keeping in mind the facilities provided over here, the lab, the research ideas, the supervisions from our esteemed faculty members was indeed a factor which actually motivated me to continue with my MS from here. And during my MS only, my BS research work, which was basically on the in vitro propagation of Moringa oleifera by using plant tissue culture and its microbial assessment. That work was actually selected in Europe. That was in a conference was held, which is European Life Sciences Student League, which is ELLS, and it was held in University of Copenhagen in Denmark back in 2017. And my project was selected over there for the poster presentation. Okay. So it was like a dream come true that your BS research is being selected, and I went there for my presentation. My work was highly appreciated over there, and it was a very good learning experience. So that was an additional point in my motivation to continue with my masters from here only. Then in my masters, I started my work on the antimicrobial resistance, focusing on the use of efflux pump blockers with the antibiotics. We know that antibiotics have become resistant, and the microbes are not being treated with that. So I came up with an idea of efflux pump blockers, and this was actually guided to me by my supervisor, Professor Dr. Kashif Ali. So he discussed this idea with me, and I started the work on it. And surprisingly, so much novel findings were found that one of the finding about the amphotericin B, as you know that it is an antifungal drug, but it actually works on the bacterial strains. And further, it was confirmed by the molecular docking, and the paper has been published as well in a very good reputed journal, that is BMC Chemistry. Right. Then keeping that in mind, I took a gap actually to explore further research fields, and after 6 years, I finally started to pursue my PhD in biosciences only from Zabist. One another reason for taking the gap was actually the COVID thing. Okay. That during COVID the classes were online, So there were many things which were not actually motivating me to start my PhD. But once the COVID has ended, everything is back to normal. So I started my PhD. So this
So
is
it shows the quality of the education Zabis is providing, right?
definitely.
Okay, so what are your ongoing projects right now?
Currently, I am working in the domain of nanotechnology combined with the antimicrobial resistance.
Okay.
So from my BS, I got the chance to work in plant tissue culture, combining with microbiology. Then in MS, again microbiology, antimicrobial resistance. Keeping that in mind, I continued my field work in the domain of antimicrobial resistance, combining other fields together like plant tissue culture, nanotechnology, plant metabolites, all these things. So currently, ongoing projects are focused on nanotechnology. We have worked to repurpose the ciprofloxacin by combining them with the silver nanoparticles.
Right.
And along with that, we have also working on the use of nanoparticles for the anti-biofilm activity. Anti-biofilm again is one of the contributing factor to the antimicrobial resistance, and those anti-biofilm nanoparticles have been synthesized using the plant known as Kalancho pinnata, which is also known as पत्थरजड़. ये यूजुअली किडनी स्टोन्स को ट्रीट करने के लिए यूज हो रहा होता है, लेकिन इसकी एंटी एक्टिविटी भी रिपोर्टेड है. हमने इससे नैनो पार्टिकल्स बनाए और अब हम इसको एंटी बायोफिल्म के लिए टेस्ट किए हैं. Along with that, we have also synthesized nanoparticles for the water desalination. We all are having a major water crisis in the city of Karachi, especially. We have a large resource of water, that is the sea water, but it has salt in it. So, and using salt water is not the ultimate solution to problem, even for washing, cleaning purposes. So water desalination is a major thing to be targeted, and for that we have synthesized graphene oxide nanoparticles, which will be used for the desalination. Along with that, recently we have also synthesized nanoparticles for the agriculture treatment, which can help the plants to grow in the drought conditions. And apart from that, food pathogens have been isolated, and plant extract from Moringa oleifera have been tested. Along with that, the zinc oxide nanoparticles have also been tested on the food pathogens, and they were also tested to check for the shelf life of the tomatoes. And it was found that when the nanoparticles are applied on the tomato, so the shelf life actually increased 2 times as compared to a plant with no nanoparticles. So this is all about the ongoing projects.
I am truly impressed by your research work, and good luck for the future.
Thank you so much.
So how is your experience of supervising the BS graduate students?
It was wonderful.
Okay.
Like students over here are so motivated to do different research work. Like there was a group recently I had that they were actually working on the synthesis of the nanoparticles and repurposing with the ciprofloxacin. They were coming with different ideas. And there are times like a student are coming, we have this idea, we want to test this. So they are studying by their own self and coming with different type of ideas and optimization to be done. So it's like you just guide them once and then they will start working on their own self, different parameters, optimization. So that's wonderful actually.
I think the credit goes to the faculty members who trained our student in such a way that they become the scientists by their own.
Definitely. Being as a student as well, as an alumni of the Department of Biosciences, I must give credits to my faculty members, Professor Dr. Kashif Ali, Professor Dr. Hamad Afzal Kayani, Dr. Asma Bashir, Mr. Shahab Mahmood, Ma'am Farah Ashraf. They were like my faculty members. They were there to guide me how to conduct research, especially Dr. Kashif Ali, Dr. Hamad and Dr. Asma Bashir. Like they were there always guiding, conduct your research in this way, optimization यूँ करनी है. एक point था MS में कि पूरा काम zero हो गया था. पूरा काम zero हो गया and I was like only 1 month left, I am going to complete the work. At that time they actually helped me out, check for this factor. Sterilization में मसला हो रहा है, क्या मसला है, concentration में मसला हो रहा है. Then finally we found out this point actually which was causing the problem, and the whole work was done, alhamdulillah. But again with their supervision, with their motivation, with the guidance. So faculty members over here are wonderful. If I talk about the current faculty members, we have especially you, Dr. Ursay Ejaz, Dr. Kaleem, Dr. Saika, Dr. Saira, Dr. Mariam. They are working like on expendable projects. Like you, if I talk about you, you are working on so many solution problems like you are making bioplastic, you are working on the sanitary pads. That's wonderful. So now our department is actually extending the research not only to the lab premises but on a larger platform to bring a product which can be used.
Yeah, and the faculty are now focusing on the marketing of the project so that we
Exactly.
can commercialize our
Exactly.
products.
Yes.
Excellent. So रिसर्च में जैसे आपने कहा कि एक मोमेंट ऐसा आया था जब आप बिल्कुल स्टक हो गई थी एंड द प्रोफेसर एंड टीचर्स गाइडेड यू. सो डिड यू एक्सपीरियंस एनी सच एक्सपीरियंस फ्रॉम योर स्टूडेंट कि उन्होंने कहा मिस अब तो हमसे ये काम नहीं हो रहा, ये रिजल्ट क्यों नहीं आ रहा है?
Yes, there were multiple times. Like students were completely they were demotivated that the results are not coming. उनका यही था कि रिजल्ट नहीं आ रहा है, प्रोजेक्ट तो जीरो हो गया. बट इवेंचुअली उनको गाइड करना पड़ता है, उनको थोड़ा सा समझाना पड़ता है कि देखें आपने ये इस चीज को यूं चेंज करके देखें, एंड विथ लिटिल बिट ऑप्टिमाइजेशन आपका पूरा प्रोजेक्ट बैक ऑन ट्रैक आ जाता है. और रिसर्च है ही ये कि आपको उसमें चीजें मॉडिफाई करनी है, आपको चीजें सीखनी है. इवन ड्यूरिंग सुपरवाइजिंग we are also learning together.
Exactly.
It's not like you are only teaching the students. लेकिन इसमें खुद सुपरवाइजर के लिए एक लर्निंग फेज होता है, क्योंकि अक्सर ऐसी चीजें होती है जो स्टूडेंट्स लेके आ रहे होते हैं और हमारे लिए बिल्कुल वो नई चीजें होती हैं. तो इट्स लाइक लर्निंग टुगेदर फेज ड्यूरिंग द सुपरविजन. तो ये वाली सब चीजें चल रही होती हैं.
I second you. You are one of the best supervisor students have at Zabif.
Thank you.
और आप उनकी बहुत फेवरेट हैं. Okay. So can you name some courses which you taught in undergrad program?
I have been teaching different courses like molecular biology, genetic engineering, biotechnology, advanced biotechnology, food biotechnology, bioethics, and currently I have also taught the introduction to food science and technology. So these are the different courses. All some of them are lab based, जिसमें हम लोग students को theory के साथ lab work भी करवाते हैं. जैसे if we talk about the molecular biology, तो उसमें DNA extraction हो गया, DNA quantification हो गया, gel electrophoresis. Then if we talk about the genetic engineering, that is plasmid isolation, which is a major factor when we talk about the transfer of the genes. Then in biotechnology, we have to teach students about the fermentation, preservation of food particles by fermentation thing. Then how to assess the production of carbon dioxide in fermentation processes. Then when we talk about the advanced biotechnology, we teach students about how to extract the plant metabolites, and on the basis of the polarity कि non polar कौन से हैं, polar कौन से हैं, क्योंकि उनमें भी different activity आ जाती है. फिर उसके बाद if we talk about the food biotechnology, the students are taught about how the industries are working. Along with that, we also plan visits for the students so that they can get an idea what is actually happening in this industries and how they can link up the things which we have actually taught them. So this is all about.
So would you share the detail of any visit?
Yes, recently we went to the Bisconi factory where there was a biscuit different setup for the biscuits form production, and the students were actually seeing that how each and every product is formed in different conditions. Usually उनके दिमाग में ये था कि एक प्लांट लगा हुआ है उसमें सारे बिस्किट्स बन रहे हैं, चाहे वो कोकोमो का हो जाए, वो चॉकलेट चिप हो जाए, कोई सा भी हो जाए. लेकिन वहां पे जाके उनको एक्चुअली पता चला कि हर चीज की प्रोडक्शन फ्रॉम द वेरी फर्स्ट पॉइंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल बिस्किट के फॉर्मेशन में सबसे पहला स्टेप था डो फॉर्मेशन, उसमें डिफरेंट तरह के ब्लेंडर्स यूज हो रहे हैं, तो स्टूडेंट्स को वो पता चला. देन अबाउट द ड्राइंग प्रोसेस, हीटिंग प्रोसेस, कूलिंग, packaging, each and everything, they had a very good experience. And along with that, guest speaker sessions are also held. Recently we invited one of the food technologists and he came over here and he actually shared how students can get jobs in the food industry with the help of certifications. And it was actually a very good thing that majority of our students enrolled in the certification course, and now by the end of their graduation they are actually HACCP registered in the level 1 and level 2.
That's great, amazing.
Yes.
So ज़ैबिस कितना आपको फैसिलिटेट करता है इस तरह के विजिट्स करवाने में या गेस्ट स्पीकर सेशन कंडक्ट करने में?
100%. We have 100% facilitation from our dean, who is actually and the heads and the program managers who are actually supporting us and arranging all these things, and eventually parents are also supporting this because without their consent students won't be taken.
Exactly.
So we have full support from the faculty, from the head, from the department dean and the parents as well.
Yes, and especially the Zabis management, they
Exactly.
always motivate you and promote such activities.
Yes.
Right. So, कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि किसी ने कहा हो कि बायो साइंसेस का या बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का कोई कैरियर नहीं है, कोई स्कोप नहीं है? कभी ऐसा कुछ सुना है आपने?
Being a student, when I entered in biosciences, that was actually a major question which was actually going on in my mind as well. And when the students are coming the first semester as well, like what's the scope? But actually, after different type of studies, surveys, I just came as a student. I came to find that there are multiple fields which are actually requiring the biosciences and biotechnology graduates. But it's actually the only problem is the lack of knowledge.
Yeah. Awareness.
Awareness. People don't have, and even the industries. There are certain industries who are actually not able to differentiate between the biosciences and the biotechnology, or how they are correlating it with the pharmacology. So now the people over there, the HR department is also being aware that biosciences and biotechnology students can be working in the industries as well. इसमें यही है कि आप डिफरेंट पोजीशंस देखें, उनके डिस्क्रिप्शंस, स्कोप आपको फूड इंडस्ट्री में भी मिलेगा, आपको हॉस्पिटल्स में भी मिलेगा, डायग्नोस्टिक्स में भी, रिसर्च लैब्स में. अभी हमारे बहुत से स्टूडेंट्स हैं कि वो ग्रेजुएट हुए हैं अभी fall semester में, and I just came to know that they have been offered jobs in diagnostic labs, in different type of research grant writing positions, in different auric departments of different universities. So there's a scope, and now people are aware about it. So that is actually a very good point about the job hiring and the scope of the students.
ओके, सो इसी से मुतालिक मेरा नया सवाल है कि आप क्यों रिकमेंड करेंगे किसी को कि वो ज़ैबिस में एडमिशन लें?
First of all, Zabis is one of the renowned university of Pakistan, and especially Karachi, and it has all the required facilities to teach, to study over here, and to conduct your experiments and research over here. When we talk in terms of biological sciences, we have a state of the art 3 laboratories, that is about the basic laboratory. Then we have one on plant tissue culture, and the third lab is on the nanotechnology. And in all these labs we have all the required equipments, that is UV visible spectrophotometer, we have thermocycler for the PCR, we have all the requirements for the DNA extraction, that is centrifuge, we have gel electrophoresis, we have Western blotting equipment. Then if we talk about the microbiological research, we have all the basic things which are required for the microbiological researches, that is incubator, the kits, the microscope, each and everything. Then if we talk about the nanotechnology, we have hot air oven, we have UV visible spectrophotometer, we have different collaborations with the other universities for the extended test, that is SEM and the FTIR as well.
Right.
So labs are completely established over here. When we talk about the plant tissue culture lab over here, we have done culturing on different type of plants, that is Moringa aurifera, orchids, rosemary, tomato, tea, different type of plants have been tested, and they have given superficial results over here. Like there were super results that plants were actually transferred in the soil as well, and successfully the plants grew as well over there. So when we talk about the laboratory facilities over here, they are perfect. Then coming to the teaching thing, of course we have the esteemed faculty members over here who are expert in different type of domains. Let's say microbiology, metabolites, enzymology, protein isolation, plant tissue culture, agriculture. Then we have molecular biology, we have food science technology, biochemistry, neuroscience. So we have faculty members who are expert in all the domains. So this is the best thing, that you are getting all the things in under one roof.
या और स्पेशली इतनी डाइवर्स फैकल्टी के होने का फायदा यही होता है
बिल्कुल
कि आप सिर्फ एक सब्जेक्ट में स्पेशलाइज नहीं होता, आप मल्टीपल सब्जेक्ट्स एक साथ
बिल्कुल ऐसा
पढ़
ही
रहे
है,
होते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
सो आप क्या समझते हैं कि आपकी लाइफ में ऐसी क्या चीज़ है जो कि रीज़न बनी आपकी इतनी सक्सेस की?
It was actually guidance from my parents and my teachers, of course. Then it was my dedication and my motivation to continue research, looking for things and doing research, and then looking around yourself, your colleagues, your faculty members who are actually doing research, and they are presenting the research as well. They are coming up with a solution to the problem, which is actually a major lacking in Pakistan.
Yeah.
People are doing research, but they are not coming with the solution.
Yeah.
That is only limited to the research publication. But over here in Zabis, in the Department of Biosciences, we are actually coming with a product which is being targeted towards commercialization. If we talk about the current projects going on, our 7 projects were selected in the 4th Synth HEC Research Showcase, and all of them were complete products over there. Where they talk about the banana flour cookies, we talk about the fertilizers from the biological hair samples, then we talk about the bioplastic, we talk about the fertilizer, we talk about the water desalination nanoparticles, or we talk about the nanoparticles with the ciprofloxacin. So we are coming with the products right now.
Yeah.
And other projects are also have been started, which will be inshallah talk about in the near future. Details cannot be shared right now, but actually those are super products which can actually solve major existing problems of Pakistan and Karachi as well. So this is thing that which actually motivates you to continue further with the research.
Obviously, appreciation is the main thing which you
Exactly.
require in order to continue your work.
Yes.
एंड ज़ैबिस में जब भी आप काम करते हैं आपको मैनेजमेंट से भी अप्रिसिएशन मिलती है,
बिल्कुल।
फिर आपको पब्लिक जब आप इस तरह से किसी प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन निकालेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली सोसाइटी भी आपको अप्रिशिएट करेगी।
बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है।
ओके, सो व्हाट वुड बी योर टेक होम मैसेज फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स?
For the students, I would say to continue working hard. Don't feel demotivated at any point. If there is no result, you try again. Try again करते रहे, लेकिन ये कि demotivated ना हो। उसके अलावा आपको ये नहीं सोचना है कि वो आगे चले गए हैं, हम पीछे रह गए हैं. There is a time for each and everything, so you have to continue working hard and keep yourself motivated. That's it.
ओके, सो मिस नेहा, आपने जैसे बताया कि आपका एब्स्ट्रैक्ट यूरोप में कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए सिलेक्ट हुआ था. सो ऐसे किसी इंटरनेशनल या नेशनल विजिट का एक्सपीरियंस आप हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगी जहां आपने अपनी रिसर्च को प्रेजेंट किया हो एज अ स्टूडेंट?
जी, एज अ स्टूडेंट मैंने यूरोप इसमें किया था, ELS में. उसके बाद मैंने कराची यूनिवर्सिटी में किया था एज अ स्टूडेंट. उसके अलावा मेरा ज़ैबिस में ज़ैबकॉन हमारी जो सबसे पहले हुई थी और बारिश हुआ था, उसमें एज अ स्टूडेंट मैंने प्रेजेंट किया था. एंड दीज कॉन्फ्रेंसेज एक्चुअली a sort of learning for a student as well as for a researcher specifically, that you get to know different ideas. Actually, the idea of my using efflux pump blockers came from a such conference only. During my visit in the conference in my master's time, that one of the poster was there which was focusing on the use of efflux pump blockers, but actually he had only worked to find out what actually the efflux pump blockers. Then I got up the idea from there. Dr. Kashif discussed it with me, and then we came up with the combination of the efflux pump blockers with the antibiotics. Along with that, by being part of these conferences, you get a confidence that you are presenting your research in front of people whom you don't know and who are from diverse background. So you get to learn how to present your idea, your research to people who have no idea about your domain, who are actually laymen, and then you have to tell them and explain them. And along with that, you get the confidence of handling the questions and the suggestions as well. Because at points when in the initial career, people actually get very confused when they are asked any question in such a larger platform. But this is actually taking part in the conference is actually a major learning. That's why we always motivate our students to take part in such competitions. Exactly. Whether they are conferences, they are any exhibition showcases, or there are any sort of oral and poster presentations as well. We ask them to participate over there as an attendee also, so that they can idea what the research is going on currently and how the research is actually presented.
Yeah.
So this is that conferences should be attended.
Okay. So यही रीज़न है कि आप ज़ैबिस के ग्रेजुएट को जब किसी और यूनिवर्सिटी के ग्रेजुएट से कंपेयर करते हैं, सो अवर ग्रेजुएट्स आर मोर कॉन्फिडेंट बिकॉज उनकी ट्रेनिंग इस तरह से होती है, हर कोर्सेज में प्रेजेंटेशंस ली जाती हैं, असाइनमेंट्स दिए जाते हैं, इस तरह के कॉम्पिटिशन्स होते हैं जिसके थ्रू उनकी पर्सनल ग्रूमिंग हो रही है.
एग्जैक्टली.
सो ज़ैबिस इज नॉट द इंस्टीट्यूट इन विच वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग द एजुकेशन, बट वी आर आल्सो ग्रूमिंग द पर्सनैलिटी.
उनको गाइड किया जाता है कि प्रेजेंटेशन में कैसे आपको बताना है, आपको क्वेश्चंस कैसे हैंडल करना है. अगर आपको कोई किसी चीज पे पॉइंट आउट कर रहा है या आपको कोई आपको कोई नेगेटिव कमेंट आ गया, तो उस पे आपको कैसे उसको पॉजिटिवली हैंडल करना है. आपको उस पर बिल्कुल डीमोटिवेट या आपको उस पर एक अजीब सा जेस्चर नहीं देना. यू हैव टू हैंडल इट वेरी प्रोफेशनली. सो ज़ैबिस्ट नॉट ओनली इज गिविंग एजुकेशन टू द स्टूडेंट्स बट एक्चुअली ग्रूमिंग एज वेल. एंड आई कैन testify this. Zabist is actually guiding the students in professional way as well. When I was a student, I was the person who was a shy person, not able to give the presentations. But Alhamdulillah, today I am here teaching students, giving presentations, sitting here today in podcast as well.
I can't believe it कि आप इतनी shy थी because you are
I was
so
actually
confident now.
no, I was actually a very shy person.
Okay.
Not talking to anyone, just trying to avoid the presentations as much as I can. But things happen.
So you are the best example Zabist produced.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
So viewers, उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आज का एपिसोड आप लोगों ने एंजॉय किया होगा. आपको पता चला होगा कि ज़ैबिस्ट की फैकल्टी कौन से रिसर्च डोमेन में काम कर रही है, किस तरह से हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स को ना सिर्फ क्लासरूम में पढ़ाते हैं बल्कि उनकी पर्सनैलिटीज़ को भी बना रहे होते हैं. किसी ने बिल्कुल सही कहा है कि उस्ताद रूहानी माँ बाप होते हैं. एट ज़ैबिस्ट वी एक्चुअली प्रूव दैट टीचर्स आर स्पिरिचुअल पेरेंट्स बिकॉज हम बच्चों को बिल्कुल वैसे ही ट्रीट करते हैं, वैसे ही गाइड करते हैं जैसे कि माँ बाप अपने बच्चों को कर रहे होते हैं. सो इस पॉडकास्ट का इख्तिताम मैं अपने ही लिखे हुए एक शेर के साथ करूँगी. गुलों को जो पहुँचा है पानी, इन गुलों को जो पहुँचा है पानी, वो आंसू बहे हैं मेरी ही आँखों से. उम्मीद करती हूँ इसका मतलब आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. इट मीन्स कि आप अपने इर्द गिर्द जो भी खुशियाँ, जो भी कामयाबियाँ देख रहे होते हैं उसका असल रीज़न कोई और होता है. जैसे कि मिस नेहा फरीद ने शेयर किया कि उनकी जो सक्सेस स्टोरी है इसका क्रेडिट उनके पेरेंट्स को जाता है, उनके टीचर्स को जाता है. सो अपनी लाइफ में अगर आपने कामयाब होना है तो उसके लिए ये बात याद रखिए कि आपको रोना होगा, आपको मेहनत करनी होगी. जब तक आप सख्तियाँ बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे आपको कामयाबियाँ और खुशियाँ नहीं मिल सकती. सो विद दिस आई एम एंडिंग द एपिसोड. आई होप मुझे बहुत पॉजिटिव फीडबैक मिलेगा इस एपिसोड का, और अगर नेगेटिव फीडबैक भी है तो भी आप बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. आपका जो भी कमेंट हो, कोई भी सजेशन हो तो प्लीज़ उसे कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखिए. एंड सब्सक्राइब द ज़ैब FM so that you don't miss any upcoming video. Stay tuned for the next episode. Allah Hafiz.